Hey guys, it's Paula and I'm back again with another video. So as you can tell by the title, today I will be going in depth and detailed about my postpartum journey and how I'm overcoming, yes that's right, overcoming postpartum depression. Without further ado, let's get into the video. What is postpartum depression? What is this postpartum depression that everybody that has a kid seems to be talking about? So postpartum depression, as the name might suggest, is a depression phase that a mom might go through after giving birth to her baby, and it's typically caused by a combination of hormone changes and physiological adjustment. So that's basically the root of everything. That's the baseline. Got it? Let's move on. It can appear anywhere between a few weeks after birth up on to about 12 months thereafter, and it can last anywhere between 3 to 6 months. It usually dissolves on its own, and it dissolves around 3 to 6 months after it has started. So the symptoms of postpartum depression is 1. Crying spells, mood swings, difficulty sleeping, severe anxiety or panic, like consistent sadness for no particular reason. You're easily irritated or you get angry pretty easily, feeling overwhelmed, appetite problem. Let's make a 1-minute appearance for my 12-year-old niece who's been requesting to do a video with me since I was pregnant, and all that can happen, like I'm the worst at. So this is my niece Milan.
Hi.
She's 12. She's in the 7th grade.
Hey guys.
Isn't she the cutest thing? Like, she got all out for her hair to be braided, and mind you, we're all quarantined, so she's not going anywhere. This is my babysitter as well. How could I leave out that piece of information? This is the best babysitter you can find. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, no cap. If I don't want in a babysit, like, so the plug here, this is the plug. Like, she's good with babies. Her patience is.
Leave a like and a thumbs up. I'm supposed to do a video with Paula doing her makeup, and remind you, I can do makeup very well, so.
Anyways, back to normal schedule. Bye, Milan. Yeah. Reduced concentration, difficulty bonding with your baby, and in severe cases, thoughts or actions that will harm you or your baby. Now, I went into the postpartum phase not knowing much about postpartum depression, because my energy was solely on researching stuff that would prepare me to take care of the baby, but I did not research any tools that would prepare me to take care of myself during this time, because I didn't really see it as that important, to be very honest with you. But if there's any expecting moms out there or new moms, like weeks in, let me tell you, you need to have the tools to take care of yourself just as much as you need the tools and the information and the resources to take care of your baby, because if you're not well, your kid is not well, and that's just the bottom line. That's really just the bottom line. So I noticed that I was aware of postpartum depression, but I just frankly didn't think it would happen to me. Little did I know there are risk factors that heighten the chances of it happening to you. So if it's something that happens in your family, that's a heightened risk factor. If you don't have a strong support system, that's another one. If you've had a baby before and you suffered with postpartum depression in the past, it's more than likely to reoccur again. And the biggest one, the one that I did not even take into consideration, if you have depression and anxiety before you've had a kid, like just regular depression and anxiety, the chances of you having a heightened risk of experiencing postpartum depression is like yay high. So I went into my postpartum journey not knowing these stuff. So around about a week or two into my postpartum journey, I realized that I had difficulty concentrating, and I was easily, when I say easily, I was easily pissed off. Like anything would piss me off. So I noticed that I would be having these thoughts, like, and I knew the moment I started getting them, I knew like, hey, this is not me, like this isn't me. So I would look at my baby and I would think, oh my god, what if one day I'm walking on the road and something just hit us? Like these thoughts that are just so far-fetched. Mind you, I'm in my room, it's nighttime, nobody's on the street, and I'm thinking about being hit by a car on the road with my baby. So it's a case where I would have these thoughts so much, they would be recurring to the point where I thought I wasn't capable enough to take care of him or to maintain his safety. So then that started to build my anxiety. It's just like, oh my god, something's gonna happen to him and I can't help him, like shit. I would be in the shower and I would literally run out. Like the moment I get in, I am coming out without towel, running, tear down the place, because I hear him screaming. When I get to the room, the baby's fast asleep. When I tell you sleep, I mean sleep. You're not even turned, and I would literally be hearing screaming. And I told my mom, I'm just like, that's not good. And I was just like, okay, this is weird, but let me just try to keep this under control. The baby's not crying, you're just hallucinating. Back to the shower. I'd be in the shower, and for the whole entire shower I will be hearing a baby crying, my baby cry, because as a mom, you cry different from other babies. So it heightened my anxiety even more. Now when I got to about a month in, I think I got dengue and I was sick, and this, oh my god, this kind of throw. And by the way, combine this whole entire month that I'm trying to describe with sleep deprivation. I wasn't sleeping, my appetite was gone. At the end of my pregnancy, I was 175 pounds, and about a month in, I was like 120. And then next month, the 20 pound gone. So right now, I'm currently like 107, and I've been 107 like for about some months now. So the weight drastically dropped, appetite cut, gone. I'll be having my first meal for the day at 4 p.m 5 p.m. Oh shit, I forgot to eat because I don't feel hungry, so I completely forgot that I haven't eaten yet. Mind you, I'm breastfeeding, so I was not eating, I was not even drinking water. If I drink 1 quarter for the day, I drink enough. I wasn't thirsty, I wasn't hungry, I wasn't sleeping, because he would wake up every 2 hours. So he'd sleep through the day, and when night come, he'd wake up every 2 hours or 3 hours. No, about 45 minutes. In between 45 minutes and 2 hours. So he would be waking up really often. So I would always have to be feeding or pumping, or it was really hard. It was really hard. And mind you, at this point I had dengue, so I was so sick I could barely move, and he would be crying and I'm crying, and we're both there just crying. And it was so hard because I didn't really have much support. Like I had my family on song, but at the end of the day, this is kind of your job, so you can't always expect that, hey, you're gonna have support. So it was really hard. Like it was really hard adjusting to this new life, and there was just not a point or time in the day that I didn't have something to do. I'm either sanitizing bottles, I'm cleaning, I'm throwing out diapers, I'm washing, I'm trying to do this before I'm wake, I'm trying to eat before I'm wake, I'm trying to bed before I'm wake, I'm trying to do all of them something here before I'm wake. And mind you, this boy don't sleep long. Him don't sleep long. So it was a case where it was really demanding, and I was trying to just stay on top of it. But let me tell you, it stayed on top of me. I never stayed on top of nothing. So it was really hard to the point where I gave my baby away. I kid you not. I packed his stuff up, packed up all of the kind of feedings, packed up a nice suitcase, and look at him father and said, go on with him. You take him and this stuff out of my house. And I'm trying not to get emotional right now speaking of it, because that was just yeah, that was wrong. But I pack him up and I'm like, y'all need to leave me alone. I don't want this. I don't like this. This is not what I do. This is just not what I do. Go on with him. And I got through my gate. And I was literally throwing stuff in the suitcase. And I'm like, he didn't leave with him though. My mother stepped in. And my mom was like, I'll take him. And then I got like a day to myself. My mom had him and my mom was upset with me for doing that, which I cannot understand why. So she was just like, if you see this baby, don't touch him. When you see him walk far from him, yada 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 yada. And then a day in, she gave him back because he did one breast and she not a breast. And it's like I wasn't. Then I started to resent so much people. I started to resent almost everybody, including my baby. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Everyone would annoy the hell out of me. And I really tried to hold it together for as long as I could. But then it was a case where my situation was like a grain of rice tip the scale. And what that means is that I was just carrying this so well for so long, like the smallest little thing would just tears, like real life tears. I just break down and start crying, and it was really hard. So hard to the point where I think, okay, if I leave, he'd be better off without me, because I'm not really doing a good job anyways. So I mean, he'd be better off without me. But there's never a point where I could bring myself to say, okay, I could move on with my life and never interact with him or be his mom again. Like, I can't bring myself to that. And right now I do have not so much depression now, but it's mostly anxiety. And it's not anxiety related to anything specific these days. I would just wake up in the night, heart booming, palms sweaty, I want to throw up, I want to piss myself, my legs are shaking, just random panic attacks or anxiety attacks. So right now that's what I'm dealing with. But whenever that happens, what I do is I try to ground myself. So I try to look around, I try to see what's going on, hear exactly what's going on. I try to really ground myself, and then I would listen to some chronics. I love chronics. I listen to some chronics or some other artists that I like, and really try to ground myself. Or I try to journal, or I talk to a friend. I have two good friends, so I talk to them. And yeah, so it's really a process. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm really definitely not where I used to be, and I have to be just really thankful for that. And oh my God, how can I forget this? You need to pray. You need to pray. You need to pray. You need to pray. And postpartum depression, I think, has strengthened my spirituality, because I don't know, before that I would be like, okay, God is, in my head, he's somewhere up here, but this is my box, right? This is my box, but he's not right here. Like, I think him can see me. I never really put things into perspective before this. So I think he's there. I know he's real. I know he's protecting me, but I never thought the connection could be any stronger than what I thought it was at the time. So I'm like, okay, God is somewhere in the sky or somewhere in the atmosphere. No, he's right here. And that's what this made me realize. He's right there. Like, right there. Like, not even an inch away. He's always there. When you're crying, when you're sad, when you're overwhelmed, he's just always right there. And that's what this made me realize. So I'm kind of thankful for this as well, because also everybody come out good. I just want to end this video by saying, if there's anyone out there that's going through this right now, it gets better. It doesn't get better overnight. You have to help yourself. You have to push yourself. You are going to have bad days. You're gonna have bad days. Doesn't mean you have a bad life. It gets better. This is new to you. It's okay to feel like this. You've never done this before, and even if you have, every baby is different. This is new to you. You're doing the best you can, because your baby is still very well alive, and so are you. You just need to try to handle this one day at a time. And you need to find your safe haven, and you need to find what really motivates you. So every time I would get that feeling, because it takes a lot of energy to feel anxious and feel nervous. It takes a lot of energy. So whenever I get that feeling come on to me, I try to take it and channel it elsewhere. So I channel it by trying to record, or I would journal, or I would go back to the drawing board with business plans, go back to the drawing board with my brand, my makeup brand, and really see how I could better whatever plans I had already put into place. I go back to the drawing board to try to support Zane's mental development and physical development as best as I can. I go back to the drawing board to try to see how I can support him growing. Like, I try to just be the best of what I am now. So I'm a mom, I'm a makeup artist, and more so I'm a person. So I try to better what I can now, and then it will in turn better the situation, or make the situation better. Sane! Just try to remember that the most important human being in your life right now is your child, and be so caught up in your child that nothing else matters. And a little tip, if you're feeling really down, cuddle with your baby. They're good cuddle buddies. Like, look at this. Be sure that you're praying, staying safe, and staying sane. And if anybody would like to reach out to me for help or just support or a listening ear during this time, I'm always available. My Instagram will be right here. And yeah, bye guys.